All right, 5,066 miles on it. The fuel filter life still looking good. Air filter good. Brake pads. Oil. Gonna change the oil soon. I'm gonna check the oil, see where the level sits. You know, a lot of people complaining that the Duramax uses oil, so we'll see how that goes. Best fuel economy, 33.2 miles a gallon. Tire pressures. This was our trip to Virginia, a little over 1,200 miles. Got about 26 miles a gallon. Diesel exhaust fluid, sitting at about 3/8 of a tank. That's 5,000 miles on one tank, still going. So I'm guessing probably do about 7,000, 8,000 miles on a tank of DEF. Transmission fluid temp, engine hours, not even 150 hours on it. I noticed when you turn it off, shut the engine off, you'll hear a bunch of noises. You hear that? All right, let's see what the oil looks like in this thing. Not at the halfway mark. Thing that's kind of disappointing is there's no turbo boost gauge. That would be nice to have a turbo boost gauge on here. Still not excited about this center console shifter. I'd rather it be on the column. That goes along with these cup holders. Both being on the passenger side rather than having one on the left and one on the right. I noticed about this truck is the volume knob's on the driver's side. Makes it hard for my wife to reach it. And that volume knob is only a problem for her. She don't need to be touching my radio. Here's like a cool thing. There's a little cellular button over here. And you got the phone in the charger. You get the little lightning emblem in there to show it's charging. This is pretty cool right here. The jellyfish launcher light. You push that on, turns on your cargo light or your cab light. And it also has a tailgate light that makes hooking up a trailer pretty easy when it's dark. And then this right here, just your jellyfish attack light. That's your alley lights or your side lights that come out of your side view mirrors over there. That's pretty neat. Comes out at about a 45-degree angle and lights up a turn for you or an alley. Turns on a light in the tailgate so you can actually see your backup camera when you're backing up to a trailer with your hitch. Don't look very bright, but it's actually a lot brighter than it looks. Now I literally just found this out today. And the side mirrors over there and there's side lights in there that you can turn on with your fog lights, I guess, that light up 45-degree angle out here, 45-degree angle out there. It doesn't have is there's no button here to turn the exhaust brake on. It's not a big issue, as once you turn on the trailer mode, it turns your exhaust brake on, because that's when you really need it, is when you're pulling a trailer. Really don't need it when you're not pulling a trailer, so not that big of an issue. This is something pretty cool, the off-road display that GM has. Over here on the left side, you got the 1 degree, shows your angle of incline or decline as you're going forward or down. Over here on the right, the 1 degree in there is your tilt. You know, if you're tilted to the right, tilted to the left. Then you got the 25 degrees in there, shows you where your wheel is. Right now I'm 25 degrees to the right. As I turn the wheel, you can see it's going 1 degree. The wheels are straight. You actually look at the little icon or a little diagram of the car, it shows the wheel turning 40 degrees. That's pretty cool. I like this big screen camera. When you kick it in, you can see your hitch, get a whole view of everything. Then you can go into trailer mode, and that line will put you right on the dot. So let's see how this works. Just kissed it. Well, that backup camera is making me look good. Next off is the trailer lights. Push this icon right here. Gives you the trailer lights. Start the test. Test is basically fairly simple. It goes in sequence. It goes running lights on, brake lights, left turn signal, right turn signal, backup lights. That's pretty much all it does. It goes in sequence like that. So the trailer's doing it now. All I gotta do is walk back there and make sure the lights are going. Here you can see the trailer mode light test going in on this side. It flashes. And over here, see the other side. That's all the trailer mode light test does. It just goes in a sequence like that. All in all, this trailer light test is pretty good. What I used to do when I had my old 2011 2500 HD, I would just turn the emergency flashers on. And that kind of took care of the trailer light test, because you're running lights, you turn your lights on, check them out, make sure they work. Turn your emergency flashers on, and you see the same thing. One of the things with this truck on the exhaust braking, the exhaust brake's a little mild. If I let off here, I noticed it still slows down a little bit. But I think it's set up for more fuel economy rather than braking. We've got a hill coming up. We'll try the exhaust braking there. Going uphill on the bridge, I'll let off and you can see the exhaust brake kind of do its thing here. The momentum's wanting to push us. See, we're pretty much holding at 52 miles an hour. Now we're starting to slow down a little bit. Exhaust brake is kicking in just some. There we go. I do like you can actually notice the difference with the leaf springs on the back as compared to coil springs. The coil springs kind of get a little side-to-side motion. This is just pretty much just an up and down motion you're getting out of the rear end. Cool things with this is the camera mode. I can actually turn the rear view camera on. You can see the boat behind us. And it'll stay there until I turn it off. That's kind of neat. You actually get a rear view if you got a question, if you got your lock on, your safety pin engaged. You can actually see all that from while you're driving. Right now, I'm just pulling the boat around town and around the island here. Getting about 14.5 miles a gallon. Hadn't hit any highways yet, so that's pretty good for a small diesel engine pulling a heavy boat like this. I mean, it's not super heavy, but I mean, it's a good sized boat for this size truck. At the trailer mode icon right here on the mode switch, push that because it's a diesel. I get the exhaust brake on. Things I like about this truck is it stays in trailer mode. I just started it up and it's still in trailer mode. My 2011 2500, as soon as you shut the engine off, took it out of trailer mode, and then you started it back up, you had to put it back in trailer mode. At first I was a little disappointed there wasn't a more subtle gauge for your diesel exhaust fluid level, but I mean, I'm barely below a half a tank at 5,000 miles on that one tank. So with that being said, I really don't need to look at it that often. And put the DEF fluid in. You just open it up where you fill up at. It says add blue, so I got what they say is recommended for it. I got some of this stuff, so I'm gonna put that in. It's got like a little valve in there, let the air out. Can't they do that with fuel cans? This thing's just running right out. Well, 2.5 gallons brought it up to about 3/4 tank from a 1/4 tank. So I'm guessing that's about roughly around a 5-gallon tank, maybe 6. Nice feature on this truck is the adaptive cruise control. You can see it down there when it's coupled with the lane assist. It makes it real easy, or really simplifies driving. Almost to the point where you don't need any input. You start to wander out of your lane, it kind of pushes you back over. The adaptive cruise control, you can set the distance, the following distance, by hitting the button on the steering wheel. You got 3 adjustments, like a wide gap, shorten it up, and make it even shorter. On the lane assist, it's just this button right here. You push that, it's off. With the light on, it's on. The adaptive cruise control, as you're coming up on another car, you can see it's kind of slowing down. I got the interval there, you know. As it slows down and the car speeds up, it speeds up, but it does need some refinement. Once the car gets out of your way, it tries its darndest to speed back up to the speed it was going. As you can tell right there, it just downshifted, and it's hitting it pretty hard as we're going around the car that was slowing me up. Does the same thing when you come up on somebody that basically not really cut you off, but they jump in front of you. It'll get on the brakes